That's great. They
Awesome.
just relaxed during that tapping, and you didn't even know they were tense before.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was tense, but I guess I was.
That's great. Okay, so we're going to go for what? An optimum? Something specific?
Let's just leave it open to whatever.
We should be so doing an optimum because we still haven't really succeeded in the session, have we?
I mean, we've got stuff. It's just we haven't gotten any past life trauma. We just kind of, like when I did it with
Let's go
Tara,
for
I
an
just kind
optimum.
of went all over the place exploring.
Yeah. Okay, let's go for an optimum.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
We'll let your subconscious mind decide what you need.
Sounds good.
Okay, so interrupt me when you clearly connect with an event. Life and other memory often comes first by a feeling. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the first clue?
Immediately popped in my head my source tone. This girl, Pamela Erlin, she gives out, she's able to connect to your source tone, and she gives them to people, and you chant them every day for 20 minutes a day, and it helps you connect back to your original source. And so that it started playing in my head as soon as you asked me that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go with that for now.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue? Anything come?
No, because you have to not be making it for it to come. So I'm like, quit trying to make it. And then I heard in my mind, have George sing you a lullaby. Because I usually play music, this music for myself to get my mind something to occupy it while
Okay.
you don't have to really do that. I think it was a joke.
Okay.
My team has a sense of humor sometimes when they try to relax me when I get a little too serious.
Okay.
Say something silly to make me laugh.
Well, I'm not inclined to sing. As they say, I don't carry a tune in the basket even.
The top of my head is starting to hurt, kind of like it did when Tara was doing it with me.
Okay.
Information incoming.
Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue? What are you feeling now?
I saw a few sparks of light and then the purple came in. That's usually my signal that I'm relaxing enough and letting go that things will start coming soon.
Oh, okay.
And then my source tone started playing again, which calms me into that place even more. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just, and rocking, of course, because that always helps. So.
Okay. That's great. It probably is going to be very subtle when the clue comes in. And that's one of the things that people stumble on. They're expecting this brilliant flash.
You know, I was just thinking of that, but I was like, no, we're not having a conversation. But I was thinking that I was like, used to things would come and I would just push it out as just mind wandering.
Yeah.
And so now I know to pay attention to anything that comes in. And so now my thing I'm practicing now is just getting into the place of allowing and waiting for anything at all, to. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a video on that for my Facebook, letting people know that they're probably getting information all the time.
Yep.
They just think their mind is just wandering, especially if they have a really active mind like mine. They just think it's another.
They have a tendency, a very deep pattern to edit. And that's what you need to do is to not edit.
Right. Yeah.
Just pay very close attention to any subtle, tiny little thing. Let's try again. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. Pay very close attention to whatever shows up right after I say, what's the next clue?
I got another flash of light when you said, what's the next clue?
Okay, great. That's it.
And I have noticed that I do need prompting sometimes, like in hypnosis and things that, like if I've lost the train or if I'm just floundering, if someone asks me a question, then it'll be like really quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what's the next clue is a really good prompt.
Yeah.
To jar somebody back into paying attention.
So, relax some more. Let go of trying to figure it all out. Just pay attention to what comes after I say, what's the next clue?
Okay, so I'm wanting to say I was standing like inside of a barn, looking out. It was daytime. I could see some hay on the outside of the barn. It's just a small door, not a big opening.
Okay, fantastic.
My eyes are watering for some reason. I don't know why my eyes are watering.
Okay. Okay, that's great.
I'm having some kind of reaction. Maybe I'm allergic to hay or something.
Whatever, yes. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
Okay. There was I was watching a guy in an arena riding a horse. He had a cowboy hat on. He was, I don't think he was he might have been barrel racing. I don't think it was trying to buck him off.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
I saw lungs. Like the organ, the lungs, both lungs.
I didn't understand.
Lungs, the organ, you know, your lungs.
Yeah.
I just saw like lungs, you know, you've got your trachea and then the lungs that come out to each side.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Oh, okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue? Anything come?
I think I was getting like the trachea and then the skull, you know, like an X-ray type thing. But it was very quick. It didn't stick around.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
I thought I saw like a weathered, like an old man's face that's kind of weathered and or wrinkly with kind of a bulbous nose a little bit, but it wasn't really clear and it didn't stay around long, so.
Okay, good. Take another deep
I think he had his eyes closed.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
Well, I got something, but I didn't want to say it because I thought it was just interference. So I'm just going to say it because it won't go away.
Okay, good. Excellent.
From the right side, I was getting an image of someone in full skate, like they were a skater and they had like a helmet and elbow pads and everything, and they were like in an ice rink and they were like going really fast.
Okay.
But I thought maybe I got that because I'm teaching my girls to skate and we're going skating every week. So I was like, oh, that's just interference, but we're not ice skating. So, and this person seems to be wearing like stripes, like a black and white striped shirt, like they're a referee or something.
Okay.
I don't know what they'd be refereeing. I guess maybe hockey, I guess would be. I don't know.
Okay. Excellent.
So.
Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
Okay, so the image I got, I was getting angry at myself because I'm like, quit with this skating crap. But it was a girl, and she's all got her hair all done up, and she has a pink like tutu dress on, and she's like doing the ice skating, and she's like up on her toe, and she's like a ballerina ice skater, like spinning around and doing all these graceful things. And then I was like, well, what the heck does that, get back on track? And the impression that I got after I said that in my head was they are not thinking about what they're doing. They're just going with the flow and allowing their intuition to guide them.
Intuition and training.
Yes, they have to practice. The word that came was incessantly, but I don't really like that word, but that's what came. They have to practice, and then they allow their body to remember their training and what they've done, and then they just go, and then they enjoy the moment.
Mm.
They don't worry about it while they're doing it.
And they don't try to figure it out.
Right.
You see, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that was my message. And I was like, get out of my head, skating. I don't want skating. And they're like, wait, listen. We're trying to tell you something. Hard-headed person. But yeah, this girl, she was having a lot of fun, and she was very graceful, and there wasn't like a crowd around. There might have been, but she didn't know or care. She was just doing her thing.
Yeah.
What brought her joy.
Yeah.
And yeah. I guess the man was doing that too, because he was having a good time going as fast as he could on the ice.
Okay. Excellent. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
All right. So
you see that you're doing it. You're just struggling.
I know. Well, I'm not really struggling. It's just whenever something pops in, I see that I am trying to, because it was a cheeseburger.
Okay.
And it's like a really tall cheeseburger. Like it's like super tall. Like you couldn't even get your mouth around it. I don't even eat cheeseburgers, but okay. So.
Okay.
And so I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I got an idea. Let's stop on your trying. You're trying and trying and trying and trying.
I'm trying not to try is the thing.
Yeah, well,
and then they're like just giving me random stuff, and I'm like, quit it.
It's still trying. That's right. Let's stop. There's a part of me that knows how to.
There's a part of me that knows how to.
Understand what this trying and trying and trying is all about.
Understand what this trying and trying and trying is all about.
And let it go.
And let it go.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
Part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
Just doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
Deep relief now.
That part of my being is willing to... No, what am I doing here? Where am I?
Take a deep breath and experience.
Take a deep breath. Healing and insights. I guess I got it. You sent it off to me. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
And so be it. It is done. Okay, I see a fire. Like a contained one, like a campfire or something.
Okay.
Seems like there's singing around the fire. Somebody's playing a musical instrument, like a guitar or something.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. Watch yourself judge what comes up. Did you see it?
Well, it was really quick, but it came in, so I'll say it. It seems like there was like a ambush or something. Like everybody is just around the campfire having fun and not thinking about any danger around, and then they come in and they don't even know what happened. It was so fast.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. How did you feel about that?
Startled. I'm seeing a man now. He's standing with he has a feather in his hair, and he has long, dark hair and a braid, and he's wearing like a fur draped over his shoulder.
Okay.
He's just standing there. It just kind of made me feel like, what the crap? We were, why? Like, this is not fair, and I didn't do anything to anybody, and what a waste. The man standing in front of me, though, wasn't he He wasn't the group around the fire. He was the group that did the raid, and they did it. They were very angry and wanted revenge. Even though that particular group did not do anything to them,
Okay. They picked on the group because that was the easy.
Yeah, they were like, hey, you're not where you should be. Because I feel like the group that was around the fire were like, I don't want to say cowboys, but they were kind of like that. They were just good old boys, white men. And the ones that came and murdered them were like Native American.
Oh, okay.
And so the cowboys, whatever, they weren't like army men or violent or anything. They were just doing their thing. They were like ranchers or, they weren't part of the military or anything. But it seems like there was some sort of military thing inadvertently involved in that. Like the conflict was caused by the government, but not...
Took it out of the nearest white man.
Right. Because they were angry and...
Okay.
And
so what happened to you?
I'm trying to figure out, because see, I'm watching it, I'm not in it. So I'm trying to figure, I don't know which side I'm on, because the guy that's still standing in front of me is the Native American man with the one feather.
Okay.
And he's just still standing there. He's not doing anything. So maybe I'll try to tune into him and see.
Take a deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
He said something like, things aren't always fair. And tell me to get the next clue again. Guide me into it, because I'm going to try to connect with him and let him tell me what he wants to tell me, because he's not going anywhere. He wants to tell me something.
Okay. Take another deep breath. Relax some more. What's the next clue?
It's about people in power causing conflict between people who might otherwise be peaceful and friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And that each person should make their own decision based on their experiences and not be ruled by and swayed by others just because they're in a higher position.
The people give their power away.
Yeah.
So those supposedly know.
And they know how to push the buttons. They'll push the buttons of the everyday people and get them to act in ways they would normally not have done. And so don't be letting people push your buttons. Protect your heart.
Gain the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
about the manipulation.
He's saying know yourself. Know yourself and don't let anyone talk you out of who you are and what you know to be true.
Yeah.
Because they wear many masks and they have a silver tongue.
Mm-hmm. Watch out for the silver-tongued.
They'll seem very beautiful and persuasive, but you have to have that connection with what you know is right. And most people are so disconnected. They look up in the wrong direction when they should be looking inside into their fellow people, to their fellow man, woman, child, no matter what tribe they may be.
And what's happened in the past is those that were like shamans that could tell you truth and were looked up to, guess what? They got killed. So the people didn't have anybody to look up to. They got burnt at the stake as witches.
Yeah.
That's it.
They got lost and they didn't know. They got rounded up by the they lost their way.
Mm-hmm.
It's human nature to look to someone for guidance. And in the absence of that, then they'll look to whoever has the best argument for who should be in charge.
The most emotional argument.
Yeah. And so it's a big lesson that's spanned very, 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 very long. Very, very long time. And it different forces. My throat had a burp. Something's coming up. Different forces throughout time has played this role. But it's a role we keep choosing to play out. So when are we going to give that up and say, no, it's enough. It's enough. We're tired of all of this. It's senseless. It doesn't serve any purpose for us. It serves a purpose for those who are very selfish.
It does serve a purpose for us to get us to stop giving our power away.
Right. So it's time. That's what I'm saying. It's time. It's way past time. I'm getting that. Okay, how much longer are we going to do this? Let's put this lesson to rest and move on together. I keep seeing the stars. He keeps like pointing up at the stars and saying the stars. And what stars has to do with anything? They're very beautiful, though. In the aftermath of all the carnage out there on the plains in the wilderness, it's still beautiful, and you can see the stars. I see a mountain in the distance.
The stars are a reference to when things are right, things will change.
I don't know. It's like when I'm shown the stars, everything calms down and that everything is right with the world, and that even though these conflicts are happening, how do I put this? I don't know. I don't have the words for the feeling. I'm traveling over the mountains now. It's like flying over them. It's like, don't put your awareness on these small things. Look to the bigger picture. Yeah, the bigger picture. It's only a temporary thing. There are things that are not temporary, and that's where we should put our awareness, because we are infinite. And each lesson is just a small stepping stone to get back there, to where we know that we're infinite. Once we know that, really know that, I mean, we can say it, we can hear it, but until we feel it, we're not really going to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to keep looking up. And just know and trust that everything's okay. Man, I'm sweating.
Okay.
I'm sweating. My eyes are watering and my nose is running. What are you doing to me?
You're connecting deeply.
And so right now I'm just kind of doing the thing that I seem to like to do when I'm in this space. I just kind of fly over everything and just take in the beauty.
Okay. Beautiful.
It's just, we don't have to see things from our tiny little perspective.
That's right.
A much broader perspective. People don't even step out of their houses away from their phones and computers long enough to even see their sidewalk, much less the stars or the mountains. Or that was all orchestrated that way. The perfect place for someone that wants to be sure you're not paying attention to anything else inside of yourself is to put your awareness on frivolous things.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to change soon. That's what he said. He said it's going to change soon.
Mm-hmm.
When is soon? That's not, that word is not sufficient.
Not well defined. We got in our Mary Beth's muscle testing, we got January.
It's going to be shocking for those that are so very disconnected, though. It's going to be almost like they're going to question
They're
if
going to
they're
question their
in a
sanity.
stimulated. They're going to be like, what?
They will be questioning their sanity.
Yeah, So that's where a lot of people have been working on connecting are going to be needed to help them get their bearings, but they're going to get it really fast. It's not going to be long. They're just going to be like disoriented for a short period of time, but it's almost like they've been prepared. Like they're being prepared anyway. They just don't know it consciously yet. Their souls are already being prepared for it. And so once they are connected, it's not going to take long before they're back on board. But at first they're going to be like, what the hell's going on? And that's where we need to show he's like sending out a lot of love. Like he's like patting his heart. Like, be compassionate with them. Remember what it was like when you first started becoming aware of other things. It was a little bit daunting and scary. And so they're showing me like whenever I first started awakening, I was afraid to meditate. I thought I was going to be channeled through immediately or something. I thought some being was going to try to. So I would like be afraid to meditate, which is silly. I think that's silly now, but 12, 13 years ago, it takes a little time to deprogram yourself. It's kind of like when people take their kids out of school to homeschool them. They have to take a period of time. They call it deschooling or something like that, where they have to just slough off all of the old expectations of how things should be and find their balance of how things need to be for them. And so that's the way it is for those that are waking up. They need adjustment, so they're going to need compassion. Practicing compassion is going to be one of our main gifts. Because they might act out like little children at first that's having their binky taken away. A little bit of withdrawal at first. So we just need to be patient. He's turning to leave now. Be true to yourself that's the message he left me with.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting.
Okay.
Man, I should have brought some tissue over here. My nose is running like crazy. In the world. Does that count as a past life?
Nope.
Oh, man.
But it was a pretty good session.
I thought I was going to get one whenever I saw the barn. I thought, oh, good. Here we go. Hey, but that's cool that the Native American dude showed up, though.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't feel like I was in that life, though. I didn't feel like I was connected to any of the characters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that was me. One of them was me or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just like being shown that, I guess. Interesting. So we need to tap on something. We need to tap for something. What are we going to tap for?
Tap for integrating what you got.
Yeah.
We did open up a space.
Yeah. He left me with be true to yourself, so we should put that in there somewhere.
His last name is be true to yourself?
No, he that's the message that he left me with. When he turned around to leave, he said, be true to yourself.
Okay, great.
So
great. Let's tap.
All right.
There's a part of me that knows how to.
Part of me that knows how to.
Manifest optimum guidance and positive emotional fulfillment.
Manifest optimum guidance and positive emotional fulfillment.
For that wonderful space we just opened up.
That wonderful space we just opened up.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
Part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
Take a deep breath. Feel that joy and gratitude. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete. I just saw myself standing on a high mountain peak and the wind was like blowing through my hair. And I was like standing up there like with my hands on my hips like Wonder Woman, you know, and the hair was just like flipping.
Okay, great. So be it.
Yeah. So be it. It is done.
Okay. So we've taken a very interesting and different step. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Okay. So let's take and I'll jump out and be right back in the meeting, okay?
All right.